Hello everybody, this is Dr. Minhas Akbar and today we are going to learn a modern approach to causal policy evaluation. It is known as synthetic difference in differences, SDiD. We will learn about it and we will also learn that how we can run this technique using Stata. First of all, the word synthetic means that a synthetic control group, unlike the traditional DID where we have to meet the parallel trend assumptions, and if it is not going to meet the assumption of parallel trend, we can't like rely on the results of DID. But this approach has certain benefits that it will build a synthetic twin. It means SDiD looks at all available control units and mixes them together using a carefully chosen weights, and create a synthetic twin means it will create a new control group based on the weights that will meet the parallel trend assumptions. And the second thing that synthetic DID will do, that it looks back at periods and assign greater weights to the pre-treatment periods that best reflect how the treatment unit normally behaves. A synthetic DID model is back in 2021, a paper that was published in American Economic Review, and this paper was developed by different authors, and one author that from Stanford University who has become a Nobel laureate in 2021. Now here we will learn that what are the differences between traditional DID and SDiD. So the first feature is parallel trend assumption. For traditional DID it is strictly required, and if data does not meet the parallel trend assumption, it assumes we cannot rely on the results of our DID model. But for synthetic DID, as I have explained, that this assumption is relaxed, builds on a custom synthetic trend to match the treated unit. So the model itself generate a synthetic control group and match it with the treated group. The next feature is unit weight. The traditional DID give equal weights to every control unit treated as equally important, but in synthetic DID the weights are given. More similar control groups get higher weights, but less similar groups receive lower grades. If I give a short example, we are going to examine the impact of a policy that a coffee shop has introduced free Wi-Fi, and it is going to examine that how this policy has increased its sales. So it has a control group where another coffee shop, it has similar sales, and a B coffee shop which is quite small, and then there is a C coffee shop that has like coffee and snacks and some other things, so it's not more focused on coffee. So when it comes to weight, what SDiD will do, that it will give higher weights to the A group that has similar trends with our treated group coffee shop that has implemented the Wi-Fi, and then it will give lower weights the other shop that has like less similarities, and then it may give zero weight to the other shop that has coffee and some other like snacks on its shop. So this is how it works, that the controls that have more similarities with the treated group got more weightage. And then a new thing, time weighting. Time weightage, traditional DID equal weights to all pre-treatment periods and then took an average of that time, but it's weighted lambda. What it will do, more weight on periods that best mimic the baseline and less weight vice versa. And the other thing, sensitivity to outliers. When traditional DID, it high sensitivity to the outliers. One unrepresentative control can distort baseline. So there is a one control group like entity that has like higher outliers that can distort the results. But when it's SDiD, the sensitivity to outliers is lower because reweighting and re-regularization minimize the outliers impact. So we can see that our SDiD model has certain benefits over traditional DID. And finally, I will check that why SDiD is superior. So we already knew that it solves the parallel trend assumption, and it has double robustness. How double robustness? SDiD combines the unit means entities, or we may say countries, and time fixed effects of traditional DID with the flexible weighting of the synthetic control method, making estimates more stable and less prone to bias. So it reduces the bias. And third thing is handles the time heterogeneity as well. Traditional DID assume a constant gap over time, but SDiD relaxes this with time weights, so it gives higher weights to the time trends that have more similarities with the post-treatment time, and vice versa. It gives proper consideration to the periods most relevant to the treatment launch. So these are the benefits of SDID over our traditional DID model, and this model is quite widely used in current research. So now we will learn that how we can run this SDID using Stata. Here is my Stata, and as practice I have like do file and I have data file for my this lecture. So first of all, data set, I will upload the data set in my Stata. So I have project variables, from ID variable, then year is time variable, productivity is our dependent variable, you can say, and firm size, leverage and risk are our control variables. Then I have generated 3 dummies. So if you want to learn that how to generate these dummies, you can watch my earlier video on traditional DID. I have to generate the time dummy, then I have to generate the policy dummy, then I have generated the treated dummy. Basically I multiplied time dummy with policy dummy, and it is it has a new dummy is known as treated dummy. So here how it looks like time dummy. So my data is from 2017 to 2024, and my data is I have to sort the data first, because you know it is sorted year wise. So sort ID year. So now it should have a better shape. So first from 2017 to 24 I have the data. So my dependent variables productivity, and I have already generated 3 dummies, time, policy and treated, and the policy is actually implemented in 2021. So before 2021 it's 0, and after 2021 it's 1. And policy means the firms on which the policy has been implemented. In overall I have 50 firms. So on the first 25 firms the policy has been implemented. So here you go, and last 26 firms are the control group basically. So these are the 50 firms data. Now first of all, as usual, we have to run declare our data set to be a panel data. So xt set id and year. So we have declared our data to be a panel data, and to run SDID I have do file. You can ask me for do file via email. So here is the do file. You can see synthetic difference in differences complete guide is available. So there are different ways to apply synthetic DID, and there are different options. So I have mentioned all of the options for your better understanding. So first of all, I will run synthetic DID, SDID simple model. So without inference, this command calculates the baseline results. Baseline results means ATT, we all know average treatment effect on the treated. So it runs very fast. It does not perform any resampling. So this is the base version of SDID. If I run it, so remember the command SDID is the command. Productivity is our dependent variable. ID is our firm ID, or you can say country ID variable. Year is our time variable, and then treated is the variable that we have finally like produced by multiplying time and policy variable. Then comma, and we have to write covariates, and then we have to write all the covariates. Like I have 3 covariates: firm size, leverage and risk. So we are not going to mention any option after this, because this is the simplest version. So here you go, it is running synthetic difference in difference estimator. So productivity is our DV. So treated average treatment effect is 3.75, and it's you can say significant, and standard error is luckily close near to 0. So our confidence interval will be the similar. So we can say the policy has a positive impact on our productivity of farm, and the impact is 3.75 points, and this impact is significant. But we have not mentioned any options. Now I will let you know that how to mention certain options in SDID. Let's say it is very famous technique, SDID with jackknife inference. What is jackknife inference? Actually, jackknife inference is useful when we have a single treated unit. Like I have mentioned the example where you have listened that there is a one coffee shop. So when a single treated unit only one state are firm, or the number of treated units are extremely small relative to the control group, then we will run the jackknife inference. In our case, as you know, our treatment group and control group is 25-25, so jackknife is not suitable in our case, but we can still run. What actually jackknife technique did? Jackknife technique, actually, if we have you can say 5 treated groups and we have like 15 other groups, control groups, what it will do? First, it will remove the first treated group and check the impact on 4 treated groups, and afterwards it will include the first group and exclude the second group and impact on those 4, and so on. One by one it will exclude one group and check the impact on other groups, just to check that if the results are dragged by a single entity because of outliers. So it is very useful if we have like small treated groups, but we can still run it, just the same command, but we have to write VCE and jackknife at the end. So here we can see the results are similar because our results are not dragged by a single entity or unit. Our results are dragged by all of the entities. So the next is SDiD with bootstrap inference. So this method is ideal when you have a sufficient and balanced number of units in both treated and control group. As in our case, we have like 25 treated groups and 25 firms in the control group. So we must run this model bootstrapped. What is bootstrap? Basically, bootstrap is that Stata will get some different samples from our available data, resampling, like let's say we have wrote resampling 100 times, so Stata will get 100 different samples from our existing data and apply the same method, and will check if there is any difference between those results. So if there is no difference, it means our results are reliable. But if Stata is picking different samples from our data and the results are different, so it means our earlier results are not reliable. So in our case, the bootstrap method is most appropriate, so we run the bootstrap method, and you see the results are identical. So there is no problem of any issue in our data when Stata has took almost 100 samples from our existing sample, and on each sample it run the same command and the results are identical. So the third option we have, that is SDiD with placebo inference. So we all know that what is placebo. That placebo test is about to take a sample from the control group and consider control group as a treated group and then run the same technique on it. So if the results are significant, it means our results are not reliable, but if the results of placebo test are insignificant, it means our existing results are reliable. But the problem here is that it applies a fake treatment to the control group. So note that it requires a significantly large donor pool, means control group, than the treated group. But in our case, the treated group and the control group has the same size, so we cannot apply placebo. Let's say if we apply it, give an error. Placebo standard error needs to have more total control, so we must have more control groups than treated groups, then we can apply this placebo test. So if we want to visually inspect the results of our SDiD model, so we have the option like we can generate a graph using bootstrap method. What we have to run, we have to just write the word graph after our bootstrap option, and it will provide the visual results. So along with the bootstrap method, the results are similar, you see, and now Stata is working to generate a graph. So we can visually inspect that if the parallel trend assumption, here is the graph, here is the synthetic control, and the red one, it is the treated group. So visually inspect that the parallel trend assumption is highly effective. So but after, this is the policy year 2021. So after the policy, you see productivity of the treated group is going to be increased. The productivity of control group is similar. So increase is because of the policy impact. So how much increase? 3.75 units increase in productivity. These are the results of our SDiD model. We can inspect visually as well as we can inspect in as our average treatment effect. So thank you very much.